Peace, peace, peace. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, family? What's good? What's good, family? How are you? Grand rising, kings, queens. I like to start everything off. I start it off every day. Wow, I got a good one for y'all today. I got a good one for y'all today. I hope all of y'all have saw the debate. I have a couple of bad news to come if you guys haven't heard about it. We lost a great one. We lost two great ones actually. James Earl Jones and Frankie Beverly. We lost, and those were two great individuals. I happened to actually have met both of them. We were actually getting ready to do a show with Frankie Beverly in Virginia this month, and my condolences to his family and everyone. But it's really we as a people have suffered a couple of losses just this month, and it's really kind of hard to hear that James Earl Jones and Frankie Beverly both passed in such short time. Uh, well, we have to tell each other we love each other. That's one thing that I definitely know. We have to tell each other we love each other because no one ever knows. No one ever knows when it's our time. So, on that note, I love you guys. I love everybody. I love you guys, and I just continue to try to bring nothing but joy and happiness for the rest of my life to my family and my friends and everybody basically. Um, got a couple of things that I hope everybody watched the debates because the debates were very interesting. And during some research, I found out a lot of things. A lot of times we don't research things, and that causes a problem because we go on listening to everybody's input into things, but we don't actually read and find out exactly what's going on. We don't find out and see what's going on. So a lot of times we just go by hearsay, and that happens a lot. That happens a lot during a lot of our daily routines in life. We are going by hearsay instead of doing the research ourselves. So one thing, let me put this up. Uh, Fat Man Scoop passed away, and it's really hard just to think about the energy that Fat Man Scoop brought to people, and the enjoyment and the fun and the entertaining that he brought to people. It was kind of a shocker to know, and he was only 53 years old. We look at 53, and that's actually young. That's actually young, and we don't realize, uh, I guess, the value of age. These days we look at age as just another number, and I think that's a little bit bad, in my opinion, because he was actually very young. And if you look at that age, that's very young. He was born in 1968 August. He had just had a birthday in August, and it's very sad. It's sad that we are no longer going to hear up and coming things from this man. He brought a lot of entertainment. You can't go to a party without hearing one of his, well, a good party, may I say, and without hearing one of his records. So he's going to be greatly missed. He's going to be greatly missed. Um, Like I said, I had not too long ago before he passed, had did a show and a video with him, and so he's going to be greatly missed. And like I said before, I want each and one of us to tell a loved one, that you love them. Just give them a hug, tell them you love them. Because like I said, nobody knows that day. Nobody knows that day at all. We can have good health. We could, diet and do all the things that we think that we're supposed to do. But everyone has a day. Everyone has a day that's already proposed and it's already locked in. So, like I said, peace, Fat Man Scoop, rest in peace. Okay, let's go into the subject at hand. This one. Okay, so now I have, honestly, I have mixed feelings about the debate. Some of the feelings that I have about the debate were that it was definitely one sided. But the reason why I have mixed feelings is why. Why was it one sided? So, my one sided opinion was that it was basically ABC was basically endorsing Kamala. That's what I saw from some of the questions and some of the background checks and some of the checking, the fact checking, that was based on downing Trump. That's one thing that I saw. But like I said, that's my opinion. So I'm not saying that that's something that's definite, but that's my opinion about it. And like I said before, on another interview, on another video that I did, we have to be very skeptical about the fact of knowing that we're always put in a position to choose the greater of two evils. Okay, so what that means is that we're always put in the position to say, well, I won't vote for this one because at least this one is better than this one. We never have the choice to say that I'm voting on this person because this person does everything that I need this person to do, or says that they will do everything that I need this person to do. We're never in that position. We're always in the position of choosing one of the two greater of evils. So that, in a sense, my people, is a problem. And I watched the whole debate. And if you just stop and think about it, what were the actual points and what were the actual references on Friedman? I didn't hear any. I really didn't. They hit topics about state. They kind of grazed the topics about the immigration problem. They raised the topic a little bit. They just grazed it with black and brown. And so to me, that causes a big dilemma for me, because when are we gonna have a president or anybody that's higher up in government to say, okay, listen, this is going long enough. We need to get freedmen their reparations. We need to start concerning ourselves with putting freedmen uh, on equal ground, on the same playing field. You know, every since I've been looking at things, I've noticed that they've put everybody else before us. And I don't understand why we as a people are not really realizing that. We're really not seeing that as far as, what we're going to do about it. Because, you know, once again, and I was looking at something the other day where they said, yes, we can do the rallies, yes, we can do the protests and everything, but during all of that time that has done and already has passed, we're basically still in the same position. We're still basically in the same. Yes, I must admit that some things look better. They look better. They look like in the future that things will change. But as it sits right now, nothing has basically changed. We have been promised these things that we just, each time we go to grab it, they say, well, just do a little bit more research. Do some more research, and once you do the research, then we'll come back to the table and talk about it. What is there really to talk about? That's what I want to understand. What is there really to talk about? I know if you owe a bill, if you owe Con Edison or mortgage or anything, if you're owed that bill, they're gonna come after you. They're gonna come and they're gonna get their money. If they don't get their money, they're gonna see something. They're gonna see something from you. They owe us this money. They owe us this land. They owe us, but yet and still, we're not collecting. We're not collecting, and we're doing so much. We're everything that they hit us with. We come back and we do the research and we say, okay, well, look, this shows it, and this shows what you owe. This is your bill. This is your bill. And no matter what people say, no matter, people might could get mad at me, but no matter what people say, it's always still the same exact thing. Well, we have to do some more research. We have to find out a little bit more. We have to put it. We don't know what to give and who to give to and all of that. And that happens constantly. So I was actually waiting. I was waiting for the word reparations to come up in this debate. And my man Ali Bay said, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna say that word on this debate. And he was 100% right. The whole entire debate, they said nothing, absolutely nothing that is going to help freedmen. They said not one word. They said not one thing about reparations. And to me, on both sides, both parties, that should be the number one issue for us, for everybody, you see. Because one thing that Trump has said before, he said that in order for him to make money, we have to make money. which I've been saying that for years, and maybe I can put it in hood terms, but a drug dealer is not going to go to a poor neighborhood to sell drugs or do anything. He's going to go to a neighborhood that has money. In order for you to have money, you have to have money. So, in order for him to get money, he has to go to someone or somewhere that has money there. And so, for Trump, if the United States is making money and everybody in the United States is making money, then the more money he can make. So that makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And so far, what's happening is we're not getting that money. We're the low man on the totem pole, and that brings a bad issue. So they asked Kamala several times if she was black, and she avoided that with like she avoided that with the uh, 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 most you could ever avoid things, and I watched that, and I wondered what is the reasoning behind that. What is the reasoning behind her avoiding that question? Let me there's now, when we did go when they did talk about the the immigrants coming, they briefly, I'm gonna show a clip, but I don't want to get banned or tossed or whatever, so I'm just going to show a couple of seconds of each one of the clips. But they briefly talked about,
now that apartment is shut down and it's up for resale. Why?
okay, they talked about it here. Let me show another one.
Look at the people in that apartment building that you're seeing right now. Not only were they terrorized by these gang members who basically.
Okay, so that was in Colorado, and what these gangs are doing is they're taking over apartment buildings, not just one or two apartment. They're taking over apartment buildings. Now, we, when I say we, talking about freedmen, we can't even squat. We get kicked out, arrested, and everything when we squat. But yet and still, no one is going after these gangs that are terrorizing these buildings and taking over buildings. Nobody's is talking about how these immigrants are actually raising crime up. So each time that Trump raised that issue, the moderators actually said, "Yeah, okay, whatever, whatever," and then went to the next thing. And to me, that's disturbing. That's really, really disturbing. And if it's not disturbing to you guys, then I don't know what to tell you. But that's very, very, very disturbing. And so, what we as a people, as freedmen, what we need to do is basically come together. There's spots of us that are saying things and trying things and trying to push policy. Yes, I have to admit that. But what are we really doing? Why can't we really make noise? Why can't we, do the things that we all have in the back of our head? See, one thing that I know and this is the people say, you can't say that, you can't say that. But one thing that I know is that anything the pink people want, they don't ask for. They do not ask for, people. So you can get mad at me, you can say all of this and all of that. But if you look at it, when the pink people want something, they take it. Now, when they take it, if we put up a struggle, then they take it by force. They take it by force, and they're able to do that. They're able to do that. But let us try that. Let us try to do it. We even get pushback when we ask for something. When we ask for something, we get pushback. So imagine what we would get if we tried to take something by force. And this is something that I've been saying for a long time. Like, this is something that I've been saying for a long time. So, I've watched the internet, and Trump made a point about how they're cooking animals. This was something that he said, and I haven't done the full research on it yet, but so I see a lot of memes now on the internet stating that. Now, one of the concerns that I had was this. Okay. Now, do you see that earring? What I found out, and which is very, very annoying and very confusing, is that those earrings, these right here, are not earrings. They're Nova One headsets, meaning that they are actually earpieces and microphones. Okay, you see that? That is a Nova One. Do the research. Don't just listen to DJ Faze. Go do your own diligence and find out what those are. Now, the problem with that for me is this. So not only was Kamala listening and could say anything that was told to her to say, but what was told to her? When were things told to her? What from who was told to her? So now, if you are being told, I get a teleprompter. I get a teleprompter. A teleprompter is usually things that you have written up. And so to get it right, you'll look at the teleprompter and it will actually say what it is. Or sometimes when it's being scripted, it would be actually changed and put to what the script is. Now, this is my problem with that. So with a teleprompter, it's really, you have to be really, really fast to listen or to read the changes that happen on the fly. So if Trump said something and it wasn't basically thought of or whatever, then they would have to go to the teleprompter and they would have to type in the reply. And so she doesn't get a chance. You would see the hesitation in that. But if she has that in her ear and it's going through her ear, then she's told exactly what to say on each part that had arose. So that to me is a little skeptical. That to me is a little bit skeptical to me. And I would like to know what it was that made her. And then I did the research, and she's wore those same earrings, those same earpieces, and other things. So who are we? Are we listening to Kamala, or we're listening to this scripted playwright that is going on? And so what are we, everything, like I've been saying for all this long time, everything has been planned. Okay, so the counteractions, the I use fighting terms, but the counterpunch and the block have already been anticipated. Okay, so all the things that we're doing, all of the I guess how you would want to say, all the actions that we are speaking of have been anticipated and have already made the block. So we have to wonder about that. We have to wonder about the blocks that are being made. Um, Let me go. Let me get some comments on that. First, let me say peace and shout outs to Entourage Effect, Nut the Three, JG is in here. Um, okay, I don't have that many people in here. I wonder where my people are at. But okay, let's take a couple of the comments. Okay, a lot of people don't know I'm on either as well, because it didn't actually go out there, and I was supposed to do another one, but I got called to do it. The entourage effect, can't no one see your face? Yeah, because I'm actually putting things up there. Yeah, I'm not up there anyway. Nut the Three, this is an immigrant nation. What people scared of? Oh, it's an immigrant nation. Wow. I really, on that, I really don't understand where immigrant nation would come into play. Number one thing for me, and this is just for me, immigrant is for someone that came from another land to this land, or to any land. If you're in another land and we go to someone else's land, that's what an immigrant is to me. So for me, this is our land, and so we're not immigrants on our own land. And so anyone that comes to our land would be an immigrant, and we're not scared of anything. Let's get that straight right off the bat. We're not scared. We're cautious of this so what takeover, and that would be for anybody. If anybody comes to take anything from anybody, you should be cautious, and you should know what to do. If someone comes to take your bicycle, and you should know, okay, well, listen, you're not taking my bicycle. That's just me. I'm straight up. You're not coming to take our bicycle. And that's why I go so hard with hip hop. They're not going to come and take our culture and take our things, our creation, and just take it from us, and we're going to just sit there and take it. It's not going to happen. So that's where a big part of, I think that's what is expected. I think that since we're such a loving people, that it's expected to just give up our goods without a fight. And I think now that we're actually standing up and saying, with our feet down, 10 toes down, saying, look, you ain't taking nothing. I think that's where the problem comes in. I think that that's where people are starting to worry and say, well, hey, listen, these freedmen, they're not going for it anymore. We gotta figure out another strategy to take their stuff now, And I think the more that we speak on it and the more that we stand up for it, I think that's what, the closer we're going to get to being back to being the dominant people of the world. You know, I know that's what I'm striving for, because we look how long we've been not the dominant ones. Look how long we've let the pink people dominate over us, and it's our turn. One of my favorite movies is King of New York, and there's a part where Frank White says, "Hey, listen, if a nickel bag gets sold in the park, I want in. I want in. You guys got fat while I was away. It's our turn." Okay. And that's what it is. It's our turn. It's our turn to get what we need and what we are owed. And it's us. Okay. Okay, JG. What's up, JG? JG says Judge Joe Brown said it best. She slept her way to the top. Okay, JG. I wasn't gonna say anything. I'll even put that one up there. Oh God. I'll put that one up there because that's a good one. Well, hey. um, and what's so bad about it is that, so if, which I do not believe is going to happen, if Kamala is appointed the president, then us freedmen, us male freedmen, are going to be in a world of trouble. We're going to be in a world. Look at the statistics of who she put in jail and for the reasons that she put in jail. And we're already at the bottom of the list for anything. So imagine if a person that doesn't want to see us around, like that doesn't want to see us on the same playing field. Imagine if you do the statistics and find out how many people she has already thrown in jail. There was a story where I'll bring it up later, but there was a lady and her daughter had a disease, and I think it was sickle cell, and so she missed a lot of school. She missed a lot of school, and Kamala made made an example of her by throwing the mother in jail for truancy for the daughter. Now, to me, that's one of the worst things that a person can do to a person is a sickly child and a person put their mother in jail because the mother is taking care of that sickly child. Imagine that. So all of those people that are going to vote for Kamala, think of that, research that, and think about it. Now, I'll just be straight up. That wouldn't have happened to a pink person. That wouldn't have happened to a pink woman. And that's just point blank, period. It would not have happened, but it happened to a freedman woman. And so you have to really seriously think about that. That is something that is horrible. That's horrible. And this is something that's happening right in front of our faces. So we have to do better, people. We have to, we have to talk about it. We have to put in our bids. We're not really standing up like I think we are supposed to stand up. Yes, we're doing things. Yes, we're saying things. We're trying to get things changed, but it's not enough. It's too little, too late. That's what I said, because we have already let this go, just like hip hop. And I keep on bringing up hip hop because let me go back to something with this hip hop thing. Okay, now look at this, people. Look at this. This is something that that actually shows. Okay, it says Ray Gunn remains the world's number one ranked female breakdancer despite an Olympic zero. Okay, so she at the Olympics, she scored a zero. Okay, but yet and still she remains the world's number one ranked female break dancer. Okay, so now someone in the comments, please explain this to me. Explain to me. Now, she doesn't look like a Friedman. Okay, she doesn't look like one of the creators of breakdancing. She doesn't look like that. She doesn't. And for her to get this ranking shows a lot. Shows a lot. So they'd rather say that, okay, the creators, y'all created this, or y'all might have created it, or whatever, but we're giving the ranking to this woman. That's what we're doing. So just from her getting this ranking, imagine the financial wealth that comes with that ranking. Okay, so are you kind of a little bit understanding what's going on? Okay, so instead of giving some of that financial wealth to one of the creators that created breakdancing, one of the Freedmans that did that, one of the Freedmans that made sure that this is something that's a billion-dollar industry tonight. Instead of giving some of that financial wealth to that person, they give it to this person. And we as a people go, oh well, okay, what? And I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I just do not understand why us as a people are not saying, what in the hell are they talking about? What are they doing? And so now look at it. Just absolutely look at the ranking status of this. And so, like I said before, the same thing in politics. We're hitting on subjects that are gonna do something for pink people and even some immigrants. And even some of the I have to say it, the Latino people, because once the immigrants get here, they're all going to be classed the same. So yes, Puerto Ricans now can basically get some of the status of these immigrants, and can get some of the privileges and things of these immigrants now. And so where are we left at again? We're the ones that's left that shitted on. Okay? We're the ones that are left out in the cold once again. Once again. Once again. Okay, let me take this comment here. Okay, she wasn't even breakdancing, but white, so they're pretending she's the best, colonizing in 4K. Supreme, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. But the problem is that it's working. See, it's working. And if we continue to let this happen, it's gonna even get worse. And we're gonna really have no say. Right now, we have somewhat of a say because of the internet and things that we can do. So we have a little bit of a say, but in reality, our say is just that. It's just say. So there's no basic things that we can actually do, to prevent these things, which I see. They get things prevented all the time. Joe Conzo actually stopped Tariq Nasheed's thing, his movie from getting played because of some pictures, and that was stopped. And so now, trust and believe, the pink people and some Puerto Rican people wanted it to be stopped no matter what. They didn't want it to come out in the first place. Okay. They didn't want it to come. But you see the actual pull to get it stopped. You know, we were talking about it a while back, and we were talking about, a lot of people, a lot of the younger people don't actually know what happened when the series The Roots were on TV. Now, when Roots were on TV, and we got a first-hand look to see how our ancestors were being treated and were brought to slavery, when we went to schools, for those who had pink people in their schools, we wore them pink people out. We did. We did. And for that first week, I remember watching on the news the threat of taking the series down because there was a uprising against the pink people, and they didn't want to condone violence. So this series was condoning violence on the pink people. So they threatened to take it down, And but what's something that I've always said, and I've realized it, no matter the movies and the things that do get played, if you look at it, there's always some pink people that help the struggle, and they help us freedmen to get away, to that they're basically a hero. Okay, notice that. You go back and you look at all these so-called freedom movies and stuff. There's always one pink person that actually is considered the hero. Okay, and so to me, that you gotta know, man. That's something that we have to really look at and take accountability for, to to recognize and say and teach. We have to teach these things, because if we don't teach these things, then we're gonna end up. This is what we're gonna end up with. This is what we're going to end up with. We're going to end up with this, and we're going to end up being thrown in jail. We're going to end up being investigated. We're going to end up having our parents, some of our parents, thrown in jail because their child is sick, and that's what's going to happen. So a lot of people, like I said, when I go back to it and I say, we are actually always given the choice of the greater of two evils. When are we going to actually be able to pick someone that we want? When are we going to actually pick someone that is doing or actually doing the things that we need them to do? When is that going to happen? When are we going to be able to, instead of picking the greater of two evils, when are we going to be able to pick the one that the people choose, and we being the people? When is that going to happen? I don't think that's going to happen. She's had 4 years, 4 years to show us one thing, just one thing for us. And she hasn't done it. And she won't. She won't do it at all. So, on that note, I'm just I'm done. I just hope we as a people can actually recognize and choose what to do, because at this point I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. I know I'm not voting for that. I'm definitely not voting for that. And so just help me to come up with a situation for what we're going to do. Well, we got 55 weeks to voting time, so let's just come up with something. Let's come up with something, people, and let's do what we have to do. Okay, this Friday I'll be at the Spot in the Bronx, 918 East 233rd. I'm celebrating Virgo season. All of those that miss my event at the Edge, you missed a good one. It was very, very nice, beautiful. And like I told everybody, the whole month of September, I'm celebrating Virgo season. So if you're in the New York area, come on by. If you have a birthday in the month, if you're a Virgo, hit me up, let me know, and we'll see about putting you into one of the epic celebrations for Virgo. Okay, please like, share, subscribe, and donate. Please, like I said, we're really trying our best to do something. We wanna change. I know you guys. Listen, Friedman. This is what I say. Freeman, if you just are, you're happy with the way things are going, and you're happy with the situation that we're in, and you're happy with them trying to take hip hop from us, and you're happy for us not giving our reparations. If you're happy with that, then you're okay. But if you're not happy with it, donate so that I can get it out there, and so we can come together and we can get it. We can change it. We can change it. That's what I ask you guys to do. Just donate so we can make some changes, so we can do something. Remember, we got to stick together. These people, these other people, all right, what they do is, and this, you got to look at this and think about it. they'll all put together and they'll get a home, a house, right? And about 100 of them are living in this one house. And while they're working and saving their money, then their next thing they'll do is they'll get another house, right? And so some of them people live in that house, and they'll keep on doing that and keep on doing that and keep on doing that. And they'll get businesses and they'll keep on doing that. We freedmen as a people, we're not doing that. We're not doing anything. We're not coming together and doing anything. So when I ask for these little bit of donations or whatever to this channel, it's because I'm trying to spread the information that we can do something for each other. We can put something together. All right. Peace and greetings. I love everybody that came to the channel today, and why